crazy, man. You know what? When you said that last time, I was kind of tripping, right? But now, you're right. I am crazy. But you know what else? I don't give a I don't give a about you. I don't give a about Steel. And I don't give a fuck about Raheem either. I don't give a about myself. Look, I ain't never gonna be shit. And you less of a man than me, so soon as I decide that you ain't gonna be shit, pow, so be it. You remember that, motherfucker. Cause I'm the one y'all need to be worried about. Partner.
What is going on, movie lovers, and welcome back to 5 on It. Black History Month continues around here, and we are reviewing a banger. Well, it's actually all right. I can't say a banger. We are reviewing the 1992 classic starring Tupac Shakur and Omar Epps, amongst others, Juice. But before we dive into that, hit that subscribe button, help a couple of movie lover butt smokers out. Throw us a like, a share, a comment, do what you fans love to do. But Sir Fraser, tell the people about Juice.
Man, this crime thriller was dropped in 1992 by Ernest Dickerson. This is actually his directorial debut, and just to give a shout out to this guy, man, he also he really pivoted from being a cinematographer to directing. He'd worked on a few of Spike Lee's pictures. He worked on Jungle Fever, Malcolm X, Do the Right Thing, and Mo Better Blues. So this was his debut, and I think he did a great job. I think he hit out the park, given this was his first picture.
Did you mention Jungle Fever and Malcolm X too by Spike
Lee
as well? It's like he did like all of Spike Lee's movies.
He did a lot of his movies up to that point. And just one of the things I would do want to just kind of shine a light on is the fact that this movie, released in '92, was riding a wave of like a really just fruitful period for black directors. I mean, because think about it, 1990s, you had House Party. You had Mo Better Blues. You had Boys in the Hood in 91, New Jack City in 91, Five Heartbeats in 91. And then in 92, you get Malcolm X, Boomerang, White Men Can't Jump, Juice, and Deep Cover, just to name a few. Bebe's Kids also was released in 92.
Man,
that's an iconic movie. That's if you know, you know.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, there was just like so many great black films coming out during this time, man, and I think this is very much deserving to be mentioned in that same breath. I think was a really nightmarish coming of age story, really.
Yeah.
There's a movie that dropped a couple of years ago called Super Dark Times. It was dropped in 2017. It's like a psychological thriller, where this is more of a crime thriller. Mm-hmm. But both of these stories kind of revolve around this tragic event that really bonds these boys together for life, and that bond becomes just like cancerous. They all turn on each other, or they that bond, that tragic event turns them against each other, and we see that with Bishop. He just becomes power hungry once he gets his hand on that gun, and. Yeah, I mean, I love the way this movie starts. It kind of reminds me of like that feeling that I got watching New Jack City, right? Where we're getting the opening song, like For the Love of Money or whatever it was. Yeah. And a dude's hanging off, Brumman's hanging old dude off the fucking bridge. Yeah. And this one, right, we're hearing Know the Ledge by Rakim, and we're seeing Q, DJing over the credits. Like, it's just like such a really iconic opening for me.
Dude, I love, that's easily one of the highlights of the film. I mean, the soundtrack, we can already just get that out of the way. as far as being like a highlight of this film and it's showcased throughout the whole movie. But just how it opens too, and like you're showing like all of like how the friends are getting ready, and you're getting an inside look at like kind of like this like their home life and whatnot. Because they're supposed to be in like they're in high school. I'm guessing like roughly around their senior year or whatnot. And we talked off mic a little bit where like I'm kind of watching this and I'm thinking like, man, people give Stranger Things a lot of shit for being older and looking older than how the characters are supposed to be. And these guys are supposed to be, I'm guessing, seniors in high school, but they look a lot older than what they're supposed to be. But come to find out that Tupac filming this was actually just 19 years old, so he's really not that far removed from high school. And Omar Epps and Jermaine Hopkins were both 17. It was just Kain, Raheem, that was 26. He was the old ass motherfucker.
Yeah,
there,
didn't look 26 at all.
No, yeah, he kind of like played it off just a little. I mean, he did look a little older, but it's like he actually kind of had like the baby face too. Which was kind of crazy.
Yeah. Well, something also to contextualize is that this movie was released in 92, and this is coming off of the year of 1991, which is one of the most like highest murder rates of all time in New York City. So I mean, there was a lot of. I mean, this is also happening at a time where the crack epidemic is still felt in the inner city, and yeah, man. So there's a lot going on that's really kind of grounding you in the circumstances of these young kids who live in poor, but they're like a young posse, and they. I think that one of the things that this movie does, just before I say what I was going to say, is like this movie kind of grounds us in each of the main characters' lives very quickly, and I think that we kind of we come to have some empathy for Bishop because of the state of his father, and then we learn later through the Rodimus when he says, I heard your pops was, giving up the butt. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, Mighty Cone, and that. You can see that was a trigger for him, bro. He lost it.
Oh yeah, dude. I want a quick segue to just thinking of like how I mentioned like how it opens and whatnot with like the friends and everything, and like this movie just feels obviously it was shot in Harlem. This movie just like feels very New York, and because like you're seeing there's a lot of shots of just outside with the chase scenes too, like with
the police.
Yeah,
that's a really fun chase scene.
Yeah, like dude, like you're getting a lot of good shots of them just hopping fences and like doing everything, getting away from the cops. But like I was thinking like, would you put this as like what tier? Would this be your first tier or second tier as far as like a New York type of movies? As far as like when you're watching it, you get that New York type of feel. Like a do the right thing.
Definitely do the right thing. New Jack City.
Yeah.
What other movies that feel like New York?
Dude, it wasn't
Godfather. I remember having a New York vibe to it.
Wasn't Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles the first one?
They're both in New York.
They're both in New York.
Yeah. Damn, forgot about that.
Because I'm just thinking like all the sewers and everything. I'm like, oh, bro, like would this be like a tier 1 type of New York film for you?
I gotta also acknowledge Home Alone 2.
Well, Home Alone
Lost
2
in New York.
Home Alone 2 is for sure a tier 1, bro. Yeah. Oh, even Spider-Man 2. That's New York as well. Like I just think of all the or some of them.
Especially the Tom Holland one. The first one, very Brooklyn. No, Queens. I'm sorry, Queens.
Yeah.
Damn, what's another one I was going to say? It's a very New York movie. King of New York.
Christopher Walken.
Yeah, that's a very New York.
But I just get that just because I just love all like the outside shots and when like they're playing at the arcade and stuff because like they're all skipping school and so like you're just kind of catching them through like their not daily life but they're just skipping school for the day and they're all just kind of like how they're gonna make a buck, how they're gonna scam some people, like how they're gonna just get by for the day.
I'll raise your Home Alone 2 with the classic Warriors.
Oh, damn. I haven't seen the Warriors in a long time.
Yo, that is a for sure New York movie.
Don't they die at the end?
No, they make it back to Coney Island.
They make it back?
Yeah, they make it back to their turf.
Oh, okay.
Some of them do.
Yeah.
But yeah, most of them
Okay.
survive.
Damn, we might have to throw that one on the.
Yeah, that's such a great movie, bro. Another 70s banger.
We got the class. I don't even want to do the line. We all know the line from the Warriors.
Damn, we are in the weeds. I can't see.
Man,
Man.
I want to stay on like the pros, I guess, of the film right now. I don't want to like lean into like the negatives just yet. But what was I gonna say? Another fun highlight of this movie is it's definitely at the beginning of the film too. Is the record scene when Omar Epps goes and hits on like the girl. God, I was like, Jesus, bro. When he goes up to her, she turns
around and a look on his face.
Hey, yo, you're like, bro, she's got the gold tooth, all of the lipstick too, as well. I'm like,
She tried.
oh my God.
She tried.
Dude, even when she says, she's like, I want to get all of like the gold fronts too. She was like, he's like, oh, you got a gold tooth. She's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get the other ones done too. I'm gonna get all my fronts done. I was like, oh my God.
That's not gonna help, baby girl.
But then you see them just like lifting all the records,
Yeah,
454Q, so he could practice and whatnot. That was a fun scene for me.
Yeah, I think this movie does a good job of earlier establishing like the hierarchy within the group. Raheem is obviously the leader. He's got the kid. We kind of see that whole little situation with the bickering with him and his baby's mom. Then we see Quincy, who's clearly his head is in the music. Steele's just a slacker and a wannabe Mac.
Steele, yeah. Exactly.
He is the slacker of the crew.
Steele is just there just to kind of like hang around.
He's like the comedic relief.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, and
dude,
then you got.
I would say his performance though was like pretty well done.
No,
when he starts like crying and when one of the dude gets shot
After Raheem gets shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn. Okay, so I want to put a pin in that part, that scene. But to your broader point, to broaden that, there's none of the kids, none of the leads do a bad job of acting. All of them do a damn good job.
Especially like with Tupac too. Like he's given like some of like the like longer monologues as well. And
very menacing.
And he's done. I'm not sure. I want to say this is probably his first acting role, maybe give or take. I'm not sure. I mean, he is young. He's only 19 when he's filming this, but you can definitely see that he's got some talent and. And he's done more projects after this, and he's done like a pretty good job, especially in that movie. I can't remember what it's called. He did it with I want to say Tim Roth.
Gridlocked or something like that.
Yeah, that's it, dude. When Tim Roth has,
they're like heroin addicts, right?
Yeah, dude, that movie is pretty. I mean, Tupac and Tim Roth play well with each other, but. Get back to Juice. You're just seeing that he's got like immense talent, especially at a young age.
You know, speaking of Pac, so I'd heard that there was interest in him playing the role of Mace Windu.
Really?
I heard this. So there was there was different considerations, right? For I guess somebody who was involved with the production behind the scenes of this movie, I think, came across Tupac, and there was like some speculation because I think they started shooting episode 1, The Phantom Menace, in 97. Pac died in 96, and there was, I think, they were kind of considering him to play somebody like Mace Windu. That's what I'd heard. Like he was kind of like a name that was in mind for that. And it's also kind of interesting too, or coincidental, that the person that they did give the role to was also in Juice,
which is Samuel
L. Jackson.
God, it's like how many movies? It's like it'll be easier to name the films that he hasn't been in, probably.
Yeah, I mean, but Tupac's character Bishop, man, he reminds me of another really great villain that we reviewed recently, and that's Alonzo in Training Day. Like, we see this dude who just becomes like psychotic, and he's very menacing. The scene where after he shoots Raheem, after the robbery goes horribly wrong, after he shoots Raheem, the acting of Steele, man,
Yeah.
It felt very real. Like that's when it turned like nightmare. When he pulled out the gun and shot Raheem, it was like, oh shit, we're like in a nightmare. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
I mean, that just you shift in a completely different gear in the movie when that happens.
Dude, well, I feel like
it's such a great turning point.
Well, like you definitely
powerful
the
turning point.
tension definitely gets cranked up, but I feel like you go from they're all just like boys and whatnot. I mean, there is like
teenagers,
a little bit of negative like with this stuff, but they still do a decent job of it. You're just showing them like, especially when they're running from the cops, they're obviously boys. They're hanging out. They're just skipping school, getting money. But then once Omar Epps goes into we're like some sort of restaurant or bar or whatever, and he sees like that dude that just got out of jail, and they go back to Steele's house, and then they watch the news and they find out what happened with that guy, that he got shot
Blizzard.
and everything. Yeah, that was
Blizzard, yeah.
And then that's when like Tupac is pretty much taking a stand of this is what you need to do in order to get some power around here. You just gotta go out and take it.
Yeah.
And that's when he delivers that great speech inside of Steele's house, and then him and Omar Epps get into it. So I feel like at Steele's house, when they kind of get into it, that's like when the things kind of changed just a little bit.
The dynamic changes between him and Q.
Yeah, things get a little bit just like
tense.
Tense between the two.
Yeah.
And then obviously once they do the robbery, and that just like you Bishop is like trying to do something.
Yeah.
He wants to
he's the wrong person to give that gun to.
Exactly. And that's why he did it. And obviously he's doing with his performance, he's showing that he's a little bit scared too. That's why he was like, he made a move. You saw it. And so he's just kind of taking it back, it feels like at first, but then once him and Raheem get into it, he's just going full board at that point.
Yeah, he's not going to give up that power.
No, exactly. Especially after killing Raheem, man.
Well, before that, Craig, because Raheem wanted to get rid of the gun, and Raheem was like, "Yo, give her the piece," and Bishop refuses, and they get in the tussle, and that's when he shoots him. But there is something to be said, because one of the things that Bishop says is that he knew who we were because Steele started to say your name, and that's true. When they were in there, Robin, Steele did start to say Ra.
Did he?
Yeah, he started to say his name, and that was a fuck up on Steele's part. A major fuck up.
I've seen that movie. I've seen this movie a few times. There's some things that will just kind
that doesn't justify what Bishop did, but Steele did make a mistake when doing that, because he started to say his name. He caught himself, but he started to say it.
Yeah.
And how long before he puts that together that they robbed him?
There is one thing, this is kind of lending into the negative a little bit. It's I wish they could have maybe show something with what was the motivation behind doing the robbery, because they're just kind of they didn't really show anything as far as Raheem needing money for the baby or anything like that. They didn't show Steele needing money. Obviously, you can say Bishop put it the plan together, which I kind of think I've read about, but it's it kind of feels obviously Raheem's the leader of the group, so nothing's going to get done without Raheem's notice. That's why he goes and talks to Omar Epps.
Yeah, and
so it's I feel that's part where we're lacking a little bit with the story, with some other things as well. But it's why would they even do this robbery in the first place?
Yeah, I mean,
because they didn't show, like I said, if they would have just maybe made some sort of dialogue or even showed something where the group is obviously they're making money through their little scams and whatnot, so it's maybe
their hustles,
they're just trying not to nickel and dime so much. But maybe they could have put a little bit more emphasis on the group putting an emphasis on needing money or needing to hit a lick or do something.
Yeah,
because I feel like they just kind of touched on it, but it's I've seen this movie 100 times, so I know what's happening. But it just feels maybe the robbery kind of just not necessarily comes out of left field, but it's you could have showed maybe a little bit more of the breadcrumbs to the situation.
Yeah, because
it's so pivotal. Obviously, it's a turning point.
Yeah, that's the catalyst for the whole. I mean, that's what really the story jumps off from there. I mean, that's the robbery is the catalyst for Bishop just kind of on his power trip and just his murderous just his murderous fucking mentality, dude. very dangerous. I mean, you see that when he has a chance to get back at the other gang's leader.
Oh, dude! Like, every body that gets dropped in this movie is by Bishop, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Raheem, the owner of the store, and the other gang leader.
Yeah, but they don't. And another thing too. I mean, they could have. I mean, you just kind of left, I guess, open ended with Steele's character. I mean, obviously he's just like getting worked on by the paramedics and the doctors and whatnot.
Yeah.
But and he's like kind of mentions like, oh, he's trying to frame Q, but like they're doctors, they don't know who the fuck he's talking about.
Yeah, he's talking to the nurse.
And so like that's another like I feel like a negative of it. It's like I feel like they could have. I mean, it's a solid ending for whatnot for like those two characters. But there's just some plot points you could have like left they did leave unsolved. Especially like I said with Steele's character, it's like I'm guessing he didn't die.
No, he didn't die.
But they could have maybe left that, or maybe put a little more emphasis on that. Maybe they could have just showed Omar Epps leaving that club and going to go check on Steele or something. I don't know. They could have just. I feel like this worked out a few of the kinks a little bit more.
I thought that this story is really tragic, not only because of just the end that Bishop meets, but also because the community is going to be wondering, okay, first of all, the police are looking for him because they think he's the one that shot him, right?
Yeah, they're going to be looking for Q.
Yeah, exactly. They're not looking for Bishop, so you're looking for Q. So he's still in the fuck situation.
That's another thing.
And Steele is the only person who's the witness who can say, yo, Bishop shot me. Yeah. And now they're going to want to know, well, why did Bishop shoot you?
I guess
do they end up finding out about the robbery and Raheem and all that? Because either way, Q just has like a difficult road ahead of him.
Do we need to juice to the trial or something? But like that, that's another thing I was thinking.
It's kind of a bleak ending is what I'm getting at. Like, yeah. I don't mind that, but I'm just thinking like, God damn, man. It's not over for him.
No, not at all. Because it's like, I mean, it ends on like a pretty cold line. I mean, it's kind of random, but it's still a cold line.
You got the juice now.
I know, where it's like, dude, where'd you say that? Where would you come up with that? I mean, it is a cold line, but still. And you just see Omar Epps just look at the camera and like kind of shake his head.
Yeah.
But it's like, bro, now these people kind of saw you had a tussle with old boy and probably threw him off a roof. They're already suspecting you.
These are all witnesses.
Like, your story ain't over. Your
story
is just beginning. And you just caught another body.
And you got to get out of town.
The cops are waiting for you downstairs.
Yo, bro.
When I said you had the juice now, I meant cuffs. Those are handcuffs that are going to go around your wrist. But you said, but then you have to lend into it. I was like, well, Steele is still alive. Hopefully, hopefully he was big enough, and like that bullet didn't all fully penetrate. Dude, there was a funny ass line like when they're all at Steele's house, and Steele is Dude, I mean, he's cooking up some eggs and bacon and hot sauce, which normally would be fine, but like, bro, he poured like some OE in that shit. I'm like, oh god. And then
it's so true,
dude. But like, Tupac is like, dude, he's like, you got anything else in this house? I think he said something like, no, I don't have anything else. But the Tupac, you just hear him like off, like the camera's not focused on him. But he's like, as fat as you are, there's no food in this house. They are just fucking with Steele, bro. Just left and right, man.
Yo.
But I still would have ate that, man. You can't fuck it, man. Just some eggs, bacon, and hot sauce, bro. I'll fuck that up.
I'll fuck it up.
I'll Same, it up, man.
Shit, no problem. But yeah, man. I think at the very end of the movie where we see like that clip of them when they were all together and before everything went down. And also, it ends on a bleak and sad note because you're like, oh man, y'all were just some misguided youth. When you like movies like that, it is tragic. Where you just see like some friends, and then when something like money or like whether it's a girl or money, or like something like frivolous come between like friendship, you're just like, oh man.
man, especially when death
very tragic
is like
man.
the ending. It's not just like a broken, unamended friendship. It's death,
bro.
Like you're never gonna see these people again, which is it's just a sad thing,
bro. The death of Ricky in Boys in the Hood. Oh my god,
oh man,
bro. That scene's fucking just is so heartbreaking.
I was thinking of like these, like movies in was Boys in the Hood and Menace to Society both 90s as well?
Oh yeah. Let me think though. What Boys in the Hood was 91.
91. What would be your quick ranking of those three movies?
Which three?
Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, and Juice.
Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, and Juice.
And Juice. Yeah, I think I probably have that same.
I know some people like Menace to Society more. No, I don't like it more than Boys in the Hood. It's not better
I like
than
Menace
Boys
to
in the Hood.
Society, but like now since it's been spoofed,
It's a great movie.
dude, I can't help but like laugh at some parts because I'm just like, oh my god, the Wayans have spoofed this and this shit is hilarious.
I think the reason I like Boys in the Hood seems more balanced because I think Menace to Society, it just leans all the way into the hood dudes.
Yeah.
Whereas Boys in the Hood, you have somebody who is in the streets with Doughboy.
Yeah.
You have Trey and Ricky who are both trying to get out of this and do something with themselves, you know, beyond the streets.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I appreciate that balance because to me, like it just enriches the story.
Yeah, and I felt like the story was just like deeper, a little richer in those two movies compared to Juice.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I feel like they could have like gone into a few more details with Juice, especially like I said, leading up to like the robbery and stuff. They could have showed a few more maybe layers to like their characters individually or as a collective.
Okay, follow-up question.
Yeah.
Try this on. Rank these three: Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, New Jack City.
Ooh. Man, I think I would still go Boys in the Hood number 1. Probably New Jack City and then Menace to Society.
Yeah, New Jack City
I do
is
like New Jack
fucking
City, man.
such a great movie.
Dude, and you're getting like Wesley's performance, dude. I could quote that movie too, like just like now I can. I said I could quote it. Now I can't even think of
Sit
the
your
quote.
$5 ass down before I make change.
Yeah, I could think of the exact exact number of money. But New Jack City is a fucking. Didn't we review that?
Yeah, we did.
That was one of our early reviews.
Yeah, bro, that movie is a masterpiece. That is one of my top 30 favorite movies of all time. Both that and Boys in the Hood are in my top 30. I mean,
Top 30?
hell yeah. For me, no question. I love how stylized New Jack City is. It's so New York.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, shit, I don't want to go there.
I don't know if it would make my top 30. Boys in the Hood for sure would. I don't know if it would. That would be a good question, though. But, man, another thing, too.
About Juice?
About Juice. Yeah, to get back to Juice. Dude, I do like the interrogation scenes, but like when the cops approach Q and all them and everything. But,
you knew Steel was going to fold.
Oh, my God. You knew that for the get-go. But one thing, too, I mean, yeah, this is a movie. You don't have to show everything. But it just felt like it happened so fast from Raheem's death. Or, no, was Raheem dead at that point?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so like they both, like, after Raheem's death and then when they go back to
the
DJ set.
Yeah.
It just felt like it happened so fast from like
the cops.
Yeah, from like the death to like them running away and then them going back to the DJ and then the cops are already there. I'm just like, it felt like it just happened so fast.
Yeah, how did the cops get wise to that so quickly? That is
because like okay, you see Raheem's death and you're like, why would they question them? It's like, well, because they're the friends, so like of course they would get questioned at some point. But I don't know, that it felt like it just happened. I mean, lend to the movie making in Hollywood, but it's like, it just happened.
You gotta
so
suspend
fast.
disbelief.
It's like maybe you could have had. Did he? Because he didn't even do the round 2, or did he?
What's that?
Because when Omar Epps went
he was
back,
up there.
He was up.
He was
there,
about to,
yeah,
and then the police called him down.
Exactly. So like maybe they could have had another little scene where like they show him scratching, or just like fast forwarded, like I don't know, like the set's going on, like but it's like he's there, but he's not really there. He loses that set. And then, and then once he goes down, the cops are there waiting for him. But I don't know. I felt like that just kind of happened real quickly and just kind of took me out of the movie for a little bit.
I could see that. Now that you mention that, because I think the only setup was there's a neighbor upstairs. She's like, "Hey, who's down there?" And presumably, he went down there, saw the dead kid, said saw Raheem, and then called the cops.
Yeah.
But then the cops got to get there. Like, this is Raheem.
Yeah.
His friends are so and so. They must be here. Like,
Exactly. It's like things just happen to happen real quick.
These detectives are brilliant.
They have Batman and Batman Part 2
Yeah.
on the scene.
But that interrogation scene was definitely a highlight for me. Another highlight is when, the funeral, when Q is hugging Raheem's mom, and
oh man,
Bishop comes up and tries to comfort her, and the look he gives Q. And Q was watching all of this happen. I was like, this motherfucker is evil. I was like, yo, that is wicked.
Bro, it has like, we have
it's such a chilling moment. I'm just like, oh my God, your skin like crawls because you're just like, yo, this person's a horrible human being.
There's a spoiler alert for next week. We're doing the 5 Heartbeats, and there's a similar funeral scene where it's like, bro, you contributed to this death.
And the
you
audacity.
got the audacity to show up here? I'm like, damn, bro, you are evil. Evil. Bro, another scene too that was like, it would have like threw me over the edge was, it took me a minute to realize, because when I put it in my notes, I was like, the scene with Frank. And I was like, who the fuck was Frank? And I was like, oh, it was the ex-husband when Q goes to his girl's house, the girl he's smashing. And then the ex-husband is there. He's just like, who are you? And all this type of shit. Bro, I was like, that would have sent me over the fucking edge. Because, like, shouldn't you be out snatching chains or something? I'm like, bro, shouldn't you be fucking your wife better? That's why I'm here. Like, bro, get the stepping, man.
Bro, let me tell you something. You know what really sent me over the edge? The fact that this fucking, let's call her at minimum 25, divorced woman is dating a teenager, a high schooler.
Yeah.
What the fuck is happening? That was one of the most implausible parts of this whole story. I was like, yo, why did you throw this into this story? This is insane.
You really don't need any of it.
No, you could have a love interest that is another teenager. And you could have still worked. It still would have been fine.
But like, you don't even need to have a love interest at all. You're just having it in there just to have it in there because her role wasn't even pivotal to the story. At all. It wasn't like she became a victim. It wasn't like Bishop like knew who she was and he was waiting at the house.
Her recognizing Steele at the hospital, like what? I didn't need any of that, bro.
Yeah, no, not at all. Like,
just give me a fucking high school romance if you're gonna do that. If you really want to tell show that part of Q's life, do it with a peer. This is ridiculous.
Or bring her into the fold where it's like you said, like she knows the crew, so that eventually like Bishop is there. So when he goes over, like when Q goes over there, like, oh my God, you wouldn't believe my day, and Bishop is already like waiting there with her, like, oh, your friend stopped by. Like
that would have been interesting.
Yeah, like you bring her into the fold. Like I feel like she was just there just to get smashed.
Because clearly the homies knew about her. Because Steele called her house phone. Yeah. The fuck? That would have been an interesting twist, though.
Yeah. Like I said, like they could have finessed the story just a little bit more. Like the performances are still well done, especially like we got the where was I bringing up the cast list? Jermaine Hopkins too. Like they've had great careers. I mean, Tupac had a very short career before he was murdered and everything.
Assassinated.
But I haven't seen Khalil Khan doing too much stuff. But Omar Epps and Jermaine Hopkins, man, they've done numerous work. So like you're getting some great performances. And another like highlight, I feel like performance of this is when it's kind of like it's very subtle, but it's like Tupac doing like the crazy. When he's like
the locker room speech.
Yeah. When he's delivering that, I'm just like, oh my God, this dude really don't give a fuck about nobody. And so like him like talking to Omar Epps' character Q like that, I was like, you just see like I've mentioned before, you just see the talent with Tupac, and it's just on display with that scene.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have much more to add. As I say, do you want to pivot to scores? Or did you have a...
No, I mean, honestly, I've said everything I think I needed to say about this movie.
Yeah.
I'll start it off.
Yeah.
I'm giving this movie a 3. I was going to give it a 3.5, but it's a strong 3. I will give it that because it does have some rewatchability to it. I do go back to it decently, like here and there, but it does fall short in like some of like the story aspects and leaving like some things open ended. But it's still a fun movie to watch overall. Like I mentioned, you're getting like some good performances with Tupac and Omar Epps. There's especially like the first like 2/3 probably of the movie. Especially, I feel like it kind of loses some steam a little bit towards the end of it. But like that first half or first 2/3 of the movie is still like really well done, and you got a banging soundtrack and score as well to go along with it.
Yeah.
And like especially like you're getting that New York feel too, especially with all the chase scenes, whether it's like with the gangs or the cops, or even the chase scene at the end with Omar Epps and Tupac.
Yeah, that elevator scene is a highlight.
Yeah, or like when they're on the train, it's like, so you're gonna shoot? What did they? So you're gonna shoot me on the train?
Yeah.
And then it's like, yeah, motherfucker, I am.
Yeah.
It just falls a little bit short with some things, but I feel like this is a strong 3 for me.
Man, we agree this week. I also this is a 3 for me. I think it's a really great and gritty coming of age drama. It's weird. It filled out like to go and see a glimpse of New York at that time. It just has such a different vibe compared to like right now, when you just like how we dress and how we talk. And so it's an iconic movie. I do really recommend checking it out or revisiting it if you haven't seen it in a while.
Definitely.
But that is our episode this week. Man, you got anything on your radar?
Man, well, I'm about to go check out that new Sam Raimi movie, Send Help, with Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien, I want to say his name is.
What's it called?
He was in the Maze Runner movies. It's called Send Help.
Send Help, okay.
Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Where the chick, she works for Dylan O'Brien's character, and they end up on like some plane crash, deserted on the island, and it's them two, and then just madness ensues. And so with Sam Raimi doing the Evil Dead films, Drag Me to Hell as well, obviously the Spider-Man movies, I'm a big fan. Oh, and Multiverse of Madness. I'm a big fan of Doctor Strange. I am a big fan of Doctor Strange, but I'm a big fan of Sam Raimi. So I'm definitely going to go check out Send Help this week, and maybe I'll it's not going to be on a few episodes, but in the future, maybe I'll give a little shout out to it, let you guys know what I think of it. But that's pretty much it on my radar right now. Oh, I'm also watching Better Call Saul. I haven't seen that. I love Breaking Bad. That was on my top 5 movies of all, or TV shows of all time. So I feel like I wanted to go and check out Better Call Saul. It's still in that same universe. And so far, so good. Loving it. And that's about it. What about you, sir?
For me, let's see. Hard Boiled. So they're showing, I think in early March, or maybe later even this month, Regals are showing John Woo's 1993 Hard Boiled. It looks, we reviewed The Killer. Check that out. John Woo, man, Gung Fu, love it. There's a lot of action. The Killer was such a fun movie to watch.
Dude, this got a 92 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yo, remember that shit? The Killer, where there's just like infinite ammo. Like,
oh my god!
It's so good. It's so good.
Well, oh, hold on. Is this part of a trilogy? I don't know though. I just looked up Hard Boiled, and on Rotten Tomatoes it just says, the posters are just very similar. It says coming to theaters nationwide, Hard Boiled, A Better Tomorrow, and The Killer. Oh shit, they're bringing all 3. That's dope. Well, yeah, you're so locked into the movie that you just kind of get straight. You're like, wait a minute, these these guys haven't even reloaded at all. I'm like, what the fuck? But The Killer was a pretty good movie, though.
Yeah.
I definitely dug it a lot.
That one's on my list. That's on my radar. And also, we talked about this off mic, but Wonder Man. I've been hearing really great things about that, and I want to check that one out soon.
Yeah, I'm about halfway through that, and it's definitely one of the better Marvel TV shows. Like, they don't have a lot of them, like from my experience, but this definitely goes. I think maybe Loki, WandaVision. I do dig the Marvel Zombies and What If. Those have been like pretty decent.
I liked Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That was pretty solid.
One was like okay, but Wonder Man so far. I mean, I'm not sure how it's going to end, but first half is definitely in that upper echelon, for sure.
Love that.
And I like
Daredevil too. Daredevil's high up on that.
Did you see the trailer for the new one?
No, but I heard the Punisher's back.
No, he's not going to be in the next season of Daredevil.
Was he really? Oh, I thought I saw something about him. Some clips of him in Daredevil. Was it in the other season?
I mean, he was in
the last season.
He was in the last season.
Okay, but maybe it must have been from the last season.
Because he was doing. He has like his own little one shot coming out. Like, you know how they did Werewolf After Night, and then that Guardians Christmas. That? Yeah, it's going to be like some standalone Punisher thing.
Like movie.
Yeah, I think it's only going to be like an hour though.
Oh.
Which, I mean, I'll still check it out. It's the Punisher, but he's in Spider-Man though too.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, yeah, he's done his thing as the Punisher.
Yeah, I really like him as the Punisher.
Yeah. All right, well, that wraps up this episode. We'll catch y'all next week.
Peace.